Although if I was smart about it back in the day, what I would have done is I would have like set the timer super low. It'll be like 5 seconds per day to see how that panned out. Whatever. Get that crab. So yeah, once I've gotten sick of exploring Paldea and finding those stakes, I think that's when I will bother to look up where they all are. They are pretty prominent when you do find them. It's not like they're just as glowy as everything else you're supposed to pick up. But the trouble I have is that some of these stakes are in places that I've definitely already visited and was unable to reach them, because a lot of them are placed on ledges that you need like the upgrades for your ride to get. Like Miraidon could not jump high enough or climb or glide, whatever, to reach these stakes in places I might have seen them. And there's only one I can think of like that off the top of my head, but, you know, there's 32 of these things on a map that is entirely too large. And if you're not in, like, the right places to see them, which they're not just going to be sticking out in the open for the most part, it's like, how do you find these things, man? Oh. It's going to be a super pain. Quick. No, you guys can just keep exploding. That's fine. You explode, you worry, you cram. I did at the very least pick out the names I'm going to give the treasures, though. I decided I would name them after all of the scribes in Inscription. As some people were keen to notice, they do have some similarities to those guys, at least on a superficial level. Like the snail thing, I'm gonna name Magnificus because they have some physical similarities in their appearance. I mean, Magnificus is basically a pile of sludge. Anyway, Krabby, you should probably, like, live. Hold on. No, I'm gonna ask her to heal everybody. Sure. The moose thing is gonna be Leshy, because it's the most natural, nature-y kind of one. The Stoat gets to be Poe, because, obviously, I feel like that requires no elaboration. And, the fish ended up as Grimora, because there's nothing else for her to be. But it also kind of, sort of works. I feel like she was a little bit goggly in her eyeballs. Yeah, I don't know if that makes any sense. Oh gosh, we're running out of time. Gotta kill this Zapdos real fast. Okay, good, we got it. There are our rewards. You know what, I think I'll just let the timer expire while I'm looking at my rewards. We'll do that again. We'll see if this messes anything up. I didn't do it. I chickened out. Here we go.
Well, it's getting late. We won't have time for any more today.
That's what happens. It just goes right to the camping scene. And there was no extra dialogue because, because we already got all of the finales. We're going into an extra day here. We don't need to worry about doing any minigames tonight. We can just call it a night. Alright, final day. It's Fatty's note. I'm going for the gold. See you all soon. Fatty. There it is. I don't know if we missed any of those. I hope not. I'm gonna collect my people in a sane and linear fashion. We're gonna get Eli, and then we'll get Phoebe, and then we'll get Ferris. Because Ferris is gonna end up at the bottom of the party anyway, after he summons Krabby. I don't know how I'll tell when Krabby is level 50, except if I catch the message in battle. I feel like I usually notice those things, but I'm not always cognizant of them, so I'm usually trying to babble on about something else. Do we have anything else to sell this guy? No, it doesn't look like it. We don't need any of these weapons. Oh right, I gave Ferris the Wise Club for the time being. The Wind Cane is stronger, but we won't really need that until we get down into the fossil mine. Actually, I guess we won't need it at all since I'm going to be summoning Krabby for the foreseeable future. You know what, I will just give him the Wind Cane. Because I'm probably going to forget later if I don't. Let's get a move on. Everything else is done. The fossil mine. This finale is not nearly as involved as the one in PH2, which is why I'm fairly confident we'll be able to get through it today. It's like there's the main body of the area, and there aren't nearly as many difficult fights along the way as there were in the swamp of PH2, because we don't have, like, an entire order of creatures that want to stop us from advancing in our plot here. It's going to be a lot more like PH1, I suppose, just with an average level of mini-bossery and such. It should be just fine. And actually, the finale itself also has a lot fewer fights to worry about. Like, there are basically two different endings. One where you don't do the fatty stuff, or you fail the fatty stuff. I'm pretty sure those both lead to the same outcome. And one where you do succeed at the fatty stuff and get a different outcome on the main route as a result. But, like, getting through the final fight on the non-fatty side of things is going to be a simple matter, because we're just not going to do them. It'll just beat that fight. It's going to amount to like one extra final battle to see what that outcome is like, so I'm not worried about that. Doing the fatty side of things is going to take a bit longer for reasons that will become rapidly apparent, but I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it, and you shouldn't either, dear viewer. If anything, the birds should be worried, and that's why I'm casting worry on them. Worry is the one status I'm not quite sure what I want to do with now that I'm like trying to make things more Pokemon-like, because I feel like it needs a conceptual rework of some description. I'm just not sure what exactly. It doesn't really have a Pokemon equivalent is the thing. Like, a lot of what I used it for translating the card game to this game was, like, inventory shenanigans. Like, it would be, Pokemon forces you to discard some cards, or reshuffle the top of your deck, or whatever. It's like, how? How does that translate to RPG at all? And I was like, it makes you worried, and maybe you mess up a little, and the only way you can really consider yourself messing up is, like, if you miss. That's why it's only a thing that affects accuracy. Which is bizarre, but, you know, it's whatever. I guess it kind of works under the concept of fear. Control armor. Who else? I think you're the... no, you and Phoebe are both really fast. So we should give this next one to Eli, I think. Only need another couple of those. We shouldn't need any of the other items the months just drop. I'm keeping an eye out for the warp point, because I don't remember where it is. It's out here somewhere. Oh wait, well, I mean, we know where the warp point is, we just don't know where it goes. And I guess I don't actually need to keep an eye out for that at all. Never mind, you know what? Just forget it. Hello, Articunos. I'm going to fight you, even though I said we were not going to fight duplicates in this playthrough. I think the time for fighting duplicates has come. I'm not trying to drag out the Let's Play. Don't think that, okay? It's simply not the case. Sweet. It missed most of the time. Not all the time, just most of the time. Itchy ear. Yeah. Itchy. But yeah, I don't quite know what I want to do with fear now that I'm updating things. Might have to ponder that one, because it doesn't really fit into the framework of any of these. Like, the existing statuses have everything else already covered, kinda. Like, part of what brought this to my mind was that some of the language I'm using to describe the stat drops is, well, I say the stat greatly fell. And because that's basically what it does in RM2K. Whenever you get one of these statuses, it halves your stat. Which is what 2 stat drops of something in Pokemon would do, normally. I'm gonna give this one to you. Well, no, I'm gonna give it to her. She actually does have more defense than Lilith. Oh, save. But anyway... hold on, let's use our warp point. Woo! Here's one of the books of mole. one of the other books of the mole. I guess Eli was the one who needed it. Woo. I have no idea where on the ridge that was. It was right over here. Ta-da! They were very close together. There's the other book of mole. How do we get that one? Oh, hold on, I've got to zap this into Articuno. You better explode. You better worry. And you better crab. But yeah, there are only so many things you can make a status do in RPG Maker anyway, so I'm just gonna have to decide what I want fear to be. But having it be 50% accuracy like I currently have it set doesn't really work anymore, because that's what Blind ended up doing. Because whenever you suffer 2 stat drops in accuracy in Pokemon, apparently your accuracy drops to about 60%. So that's like 3/5. And I was like, well, if I'm aping Pokemon, I might as well go with that. Not all of my statuses are going to follow the canon stuff to a T, but that one, at the very least, I felt like maybe it should. Especially since, Blind is dumb. I was considering maybe having it take the former effect of Fear, or no, I was thinking of having Fear take the former effect of Blind, which was to stop you from being able to use physical moves, which didn't really matter before because there was no designation for physical moves. I have to climb up to that. I see the little ridges right here. We get it from here. Oh. Oh, I guess I taught that one to him already. There, now they both have things. All the books of mole have been found. Alright, we climbed up. And it looks like this is just a big loop. So we can continue on our way. Off to the right. There should be another book of art and a book of Zap out here as well. Oh right, I should have verified if we got all the books or not. Maybe we'll do that, like, before the finale. We should get, a fast travel way out of the fossil mine. Even if it's one way, that shouldn't be such a big deal. But yeah, I feel like it would behoove me to double check what I have across what's available, rather than just assume. Also, hold on, I'm gonna drop a heal. I haven't exactly been paying attention to the status of my heroes here. Anyway. Yeah, what Blind originally did was it stopped you from using physical moves and made you 0% on your accuracy. But I don't want to go that far with Fear. The thing is, since Blind is only an accuracy drop now, like an actual accuracy drop, it didn't make sense that it would stop you from using physical moves. But that territory is also kind of being usurped by something, because now I'm having Mute cover that territory, because what Mute used to do was stop you from using all special attacks. And I decided to look up the language on the card to see how that worked for how it was originally envisioned. It was based off of Polybroll's Amnesia that says, choose one of your opponent's attacks, and that they can't use that attack on their next turn. Which basically makes it more like Disable in the canon games. But that's easy enough to replicate in the RPG, because I just have the status block all techniques. Because you can't exactly choose what you want them to stop doing, but you can make them stop doing all things. You're out of stuff. Oh man, you know what, just attack. Actually no, use a magic. There you go, you can use one of those. Use that up, finally. I don't know why I use these all-hitting moves still. That was kind of wasteful. Whatever, we're fine. More control armor. Oh wait, I didn't know if wasn't level 40. Well, whatever. Okay, so... Yep, that's full sets of control armor on everyone. We're not getting berserked, or at least we're less likely to get berserked. Self-destruct. Oh, you didn't actually get around to using the thing on yourself. Master worry. Call cram. So yeah, even that avenue is not available to Fear, and I'm just not sure what I'll do. I just don't know. It's also a bit weird that a move called Disable is not actually doing Disable, but whatever. card game logic. I'm trying to strike a balance here. Things aren't going to work exactly the way they do in Pokemon, but you can rely on the descriptions of things to understand what they do. That's the angle I'm taking. We don't have any weaker versions, so this is going to be it. You do that, you do that, you do that. I should probably heal. Yeah, there are like a lot of things you can have statuses do in this game, but they're all like covered by other things. Oh, the one person I wanted to be able to do a thing right now is stunned. How about you fix that? Maybe you guys just defend for now while we get our healer back up off the ground. Okay, yeah, now I'm a little more comfortable. He can master heal, everyone else can keep doing their thing. Baby, explode. Cram. Cram. I guess maybe what I could have Fear do is deplete MP, because there's nothing that really does that. It could be like Poison, but for MP. And in a way that would kind of make sense with the card game mechanics, because if you're forcing people to discard things, that's kind of like removing from their pool of MP. I guess it would be removing PP in this circumstance, but... You know what, I think I might actually go with that. That might be the new effect of Fear. Oh wait, I wanted to just keep exploding. That Wisty Magic did not last very long, but I can't exactly say that's a surprise, now can I? Jeez, Ferris, you have so much MP, how are you staying ahead of the curve? By making the crab do the work, of course. Crap. Alright, Lily's worried, but she's gonna keep exploding anyway. You get to heal. You need to, Ultra Master. We can just go ham on all these things, because we are stacked with resources, man. Even Fat T, in his 2v1 fights with insane bosses, is not going to use all the items we have now. He's just not. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I think something that reduces PP is probably the only effect on the status menu that I have not used in some other status. So yeah, I'm glad I had this little brainstorming session. Maybe next time I'm working on PH1, I'll be prepared for that. Although it's not exactly that pressing of an issue with the first game, because that status wasn't introduced until PH2, and it only found its way into PH1 because I added cards back into PH1 for evolutions and such. So it's not that big of a deal. But it's good to have it sorted out anyway. Me doing game design thinking on the fly. Pretty great. Was that a couple of Moltres we just got those all heals from? I can't remember. Oh, I know what happens here. Alright, hold on a second. I know. Anytime you see a choke point in these RPGs, you gotta be, like, a little bit wary. I don't think we're gonna want to sink or summon Krabby for this one, at least not right away. Oh, well, would you look at this? This isn't actually what was gonna happen, but you know, I'll take it anyway. What a pleasant surprise? I didn't think we'd run into an Articuno mini-boss out here. Will it finally drop the thing? I'm betting it won't, but then again, we've had such terrible luck. I guess there's no reason not to continue doing these. Let's see. You do the most damage after all. Oh, but I should try to confuse it, probably. And poison it and such. Let's go for the poison first, shall we? Sludge. Smog. Smog. Krabby cannot status it. Just Crab Hammer. It's not poisoned. Ow. Alright, hold on. I have to keep up with that healing. I love Lily on Confusion duty once we've got it poisoned. You can go back to poison. We're not that bad. Whoop. Oh yeah, and I guess you could try to confuse it. It's poisoned! Good! With Krabby basic attacking, there's a chance it'll get confused. Okay, now you. Doodly-doo. You wanna... Where'd your Confuse Ray come? Or no, Supersonic is what you have. That's right. Her Confuse Ray went nowhere because she never had it. You. I think I'd rather just do damage. The chances of worrying it aren't worth it, I don't think. Oh yeah, and use regular attack. Until confusion is inflicted. Ow, my crab. Yeah. I should probably unstun Eli if he doesn't get off his butt soon. Okay, yeah, now is the time. Eli, stop being stunned. I'm gonna have you heal him. And you can heal yourself, sure. There we go. Okay. Back to the confusion game. Supersonic. Master Heal. Self-destruct. There. Oh, these guys. Just get it, okay? Confuse the Articuno, please. Okay, it's finally confused. Giving us a real run there. Alright. Once again with the explosions. Just do the most damage you can. Looks like Krabby's Crab Hammer does about as much as his regular attack at this point. He was doing consistent 65, that did 68. $79. Looks like he's actually better off regular attacking. Yeah, there we go. We beat the mini boss Articuno out of nowhere. So once again, with being wary of choke points, I don't want to have to worry about this while I'm in the fight. Save. Alright.